Welcome to the Worthy Collective, ladies. This isn't just a community, it's a sacred space for your soul to breathe again. A place where women from every walk of life come to rise in their health,
Guys, can anyone hear me? I can't. I can't hear. I think
faith,
I lost connection.
purpose, and presence. Here, there is no hierarchy, no comparison, no pretending, only truth, only grace, only women remembering who they are together. We believe growth doesn't have one time or one look. Sometimes days it's rising boldly, other days it's resting bravely. Both are worthy, both are growth. You are not behind, you are not too late. You are right on time for your next becoming. In this space, you'll find encouragement, accountability, and sisterhood that reminds you you can build dreams without burning out. You can walk in faith, not fear. You can create a life that feels so good on the inside as it looks on the outside. Welcome home to the Worthy Collective, where grace meets growth, purpose meets peace, and women rise side by side.
Thank you, Miss Beautiful Lori. So beautiful. And I get to introduce our Kate Adams from Sweet Home, Oklahoma. And I was sitting here preparing for my warm tea today and realizing that it was over a year ago that I went to a rewiring conference in Chicago. And it was absolutely God. In the moment that I ran into an old friend, I was literally a month prior to that, and she told me about this conference she was going to, and I thought that would be a great way to deepen my learning in ways to support women in these places. And the friend said, I have a girlfriend coming to join us. She's going to stay with us. And I was like, oh, cool. She's like, you'll love her. And I was like, I probably will. Well, I more than loved her. I got to meet Kate in the throes of this intense workshop, training event, certification in Chicago. She swept in late because she was juggling, like she does, multiple things and made time for this event. And she's that person that I feel like I've known all my life. And what I love most about her is that she is on a mission to support others with their finances and see the windows and opportunities. And she does it boldly with her faith. And she steps into hard situations, hard places, and she absolutely loves giving others financial advice, direction, tips. And the story she has, guys, she could keep us all night long in absolute um,
Craziness.
captivation because of her stories and how she's turned around situations. And she will be driving by a client and think, oh, I need to give him a call. And it's like the person was praying for her and she called. And so her stories and what she's done and her background and what she's overcome and having absolutely the best month of her 10-year career, literally just days off of it. Like I think the month of September was her best, and now October was even better. And so she is teaching us today and being able to lead by example. So I love you. I love you.
Me too. Thank you so much. Yeah, totally a God thing that I got to meet Maggie and work with her, and it has been great for myself and my business and her friendship. So you guys are honored to get to learn and grow from her. But today, without further ado, we are talking about fueling what feeds you and centering your life around what truly energizes you. So, what pops into your head when you hear that? This is an
Health,
interactive. This is interactive.
health,
I'm not going to just talk to y'all
care
for
of
30
myself,
minutes.
No,
health.
you're good. I'm trying to get my pen and stuck.
Health. Okay. Okay. So most people are saying health, right? But I'm going to do a little bit of a twist on this because this is actually like every area of our lives, right? So I want you to think about like when you eat healthy, okay, you eat a protein, nutrient packed veggies, like meal, how do you feel afterward?
Amazing.
Like you're
Set you.
ready to go, like crush it, right?
Pretty
Like
Yes.
take on
great.
the world. You're energized, you're pumped, like you feel healthy, right? Versus when you have the meal that honestly I just had, which was Mexican. I love Mexican. Okay, love it. But Mexican does not make me feel energized and ready to take on the world. Any of y'all?
Lots of carbs.
Right? There's a reason. Okay, this is not like any kind of racism at all. I love the Mexican culture, but they take a siesta after lunch for a reason, y'all.
I have to.
Okay? Because after you have a ton of chips and cheese and like
Margarita.
burritos, and then I had ice cream afterward because it was a Las Delicias and it had like ice cream and I had like
Say
what is the,
margaritas.
I
huh?
said margarita.
Lori.
What'd you say?
She said margaritas.
Margarita.
No, like the,
Cajeta?
no, the like the milk stuff.
Horchata?
Horchata.
It's basically sugar water. Okay.
It's not
Horchata?
sugar water, it's rice milk.
It's
Yeah.
sugar water.
Thank you.
Anyway, so after you eat all that, how do you feel? And if you need me to tell you, I can't.
Sleepy. Very
I'm ready to
sleepy.
take a nap. Like I am not fueled and energized and ready to take on the world. I'm ready to take a siesta. Okay? They put that in their schedule for a reason,
Mhm.
True.
right? But how often do we do that? It's not just in our food. Okay. Now that's important. What you put in your body is so important. I've been reading, and this is a little bit, I wasn't going to talk about this, but it popped into my head and I was like, I'm going to share it. But I have been reading in Exodus and Leviticus where God is talking about like all of the measurements. They're building the temple,
Mm,
right? And he is literally like telling them what size the curtains need to be, what color they're supposed to be, like how they're supposed to like do the doorknobs. I mean, literally every intricate detail. God is telling Moses, this is how you're supposed to do it.
mm,
Okay? He cares about the details of the temples down to the freaking curtains, right? But in the New Testament, God tells us we are the Spirit, we are the temple of the
mm,
Holy Spirit, right? If God cares that much about a building, how much more do you think He cares about your body,
mm,
right? And what do we put in it? A lot of times, and I do this too, but especially in America, like we trash our temple. And that's not, I mean, we trash it with bad food and sugar and poisonous stuff and alcohol. And I'm not saying like you can't ever have those things, because obviously you just heard about my lunch, okay? Right? I do, I had a glass of wine this week, right? Like I'm not saying that it's bad to do those things, but in moderation, right? Because we don't want to trash our temple. God cares that much about a building. How much more does he care about what we put into our bodies and what we put into our minds and our spirits? Okay, it's not just about our health, but how many times have you guys been around people that were super negative and just like you be around them and they're super negative and they're in a bad mood and it's like trash talking people and whatever, 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 whatever. How do you feel after being around those people?
Oh yeah.
Irritable.
Drained, right?
Drained.
I've had some appointments with clients and literally I'm like, I need to take a nap, right? Like, man, that sucked the energy, right? Because that person is either just so negative or talk like whatever, right? And if we're not careful and we put ourselves around those people, what does that do to us?
Makes
Puts
us
us on their level.
negative.
mhm,
It
It
puts us
weak.
on that level, but it also it trashes our temple in our minds, right?
Mhm.
And our spirits. If we're listening to junk on TV all the time, like I can't watch the news anymore. I can't do it because it's literally so much trash that like I'm like I can't have that in my mind. I can't have that in my spirit. It's so much trash and negativity that like I can't have that in my temple and continue to live a life on purpose that's full of energy and purpose and alignment. I just can't. Now, if you can, that's great, but I can't. And so, and that's the thing too, we're going to talk about today, okay? What fuels y'all or, is going to be different than what fuels me and vice versa. But there's certain things that are going to drain us all. Okay. Negativity, draining, right? Bad food, draining. Okay. But there's certain things, and I'm going to use, okay. So Tam and Maggie and I went to a women's event together. And you ever just go to something and yeah, that one, the cup, and you realize, like, man, I'm glad that these are my people. Okay. We sit down at a table to paint wreaths. And it was very clear that me and my friends were not fueled by crafting. Because when you looked at the pictures, it was like my 5-year-old finger painting. And then it got to the other side of the table and it was like, you know,
Monet.
what's the
To
table?
explain the process, though, that you didn't know that that's how it was going to be.
Yeah, it was sad.
They
But
gave you an
anyways,
instruction and then they said, hand it to your left. And so you worked on somebody else's painting and they worked on yours all the way around the table.
right. And we just wanted to be the start and not the finish. Let me just do the background, okay? But I will tell you, there is nothing that drains me, not nothing. There's very few things that drain me more than crafting. I hate it. I would rather clean toilets than craft. It does not fuel me, okay? It drains me. I'm like, oh dear God, please anything, but don't make me craft. Now, Erin, on the other hand,
I'm dying over here.
Erin could craft until Jesus comes, and she probably would be thrilled,
And I'm
right?
still crafting with them. And then we craft together.
He's like, thank God Jesus is here. We're making paper mache.
Can you
And,
imagine crafting with Christ? I got a
right.
whole show.
If we're doing
Let's do
paper
it.
mache, I'm praying like, Jesus, come right now and save me from this hell, right? So it's different, okay? What fuels me and what fuels Aaron are going to be different. And there's going to be things like that in life. And that's kind of what I want us to look at because so many times we go through life and we don't really take inventory or take a pause to be like, man, what right now is recharging my battery and what is sucking my battery? And what we don't want to do is go through life just barely enough battery to make it by, right? This is why I don't drive Teslas. Okay? I literally like there's a lot of things I'm like, man, I think that's so cool, but if you were to come into my house right now, there is a whole tub full of batteries. And there are probably 10 different flashlights in this house, and I guarantee you they are all dead. I promise, right? Because I'm not good at recharging batteries. So guess what? I'm not going to go buy an electric car because we're probably going to be stranded, right? So you got to know your strengths and weaknesses, right? So I want us to take a moment today to look at what are the things that recharge our batteries and what are the things that just suck us down because there are going to be days that you have your low battery light on. Okay, there's going to be days in the next week or month or year and probably all of the above, right? Have you guys ever had days that you're like, man, I'm feeling off. I'm feeling down. I'm feeling drained, right? We've all had
Yep.
those days. The thing is, when you know these 5 things charge my batteries, on those days, you can be intentional, be like, okay, I'm low battery right now, right? I need to do something that's going to fuel me. I need to refill my tank. What are my go-to 5 things that I can do to immediately recharge my battery so that I'm ready to go live in purpose and alignment with my calling instead of staying down here at a dead battery? Cool. So, anybody want to add anything? Okay. So, first thing I want to do is a what's called a values exercise. Okay. Now, this is a no judgment exercise. I need y'all all to do a little personal oath. I will be honest with my answers and I will not judge them.
I
And
will
nobody
be
else on this
honest
call
with my
judge
answers.
them.
I will
Yes,
not
and
judge
will
them.
not judge them.
Okay. So, y'all got your paper? Good job. Y'all are so good. Okay, here we go. I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions, right? Your job is just to write down the answers. Y'all ready? We're going to go through this fast. So write fast. Here we go. What are 3 things that you always have with you or in your personal space? And or what are they used for? Okay, so if you put like your phone, okay, why is that like, are you playing games? Are you on Facebook? Or is it for your family? Is it for business? Like, what are you using that for? Like, what does that mean to you? Okay. I always have at least one, if not two or three or four drinks by me. Okay. Because health and hydration is important to me. Now, this is not the healthiest one, but usually they are like, usually there's greens or there's mushrooms or like something, right? It's health. Okay. Everybody done with that one. Once you're done, look at me. Y'all are beautiful. Tamright faster. We will not judge your answers. We will judge your time.
You are being a bully.
No. Okay, question 2. What are 3 things that you find yourself keeping organized without being reminded? Okay, if you go to my fridge is organized. If you go to my closet, leave something to be desired. What areas are you organized in? Y'all ready for the next question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do you spend your money and resources most? What are the 3 things that you spend money on most besides, the super necessary things? What's your next thing? I spend a lot of money on food. I spend a lot of money on like learning or stuff for my business, things like that. My sister spends a lot of money on coffee. Ready for the next one? Okay. What are 3 things you envision experiencing in your life that seem to be showing up? Ham's a mom. I don't know if she's always envisioned herself being a mom, but she's a mom. She's a great mom, right? That might be something that she envisioned for herself. Maggie envisioned herself being a leader, impacting women, right? That's showing up. What have you envisioned for your life that's showing up? We ready? Maggie, are you doing it too? I know you've done it before, but are you doing it again? Maggie's done this before. She's pro level. Okay, so if you had a full week, 7 days, completely free of obligations, okay? You don't have to work, you don't have to clean, you don't have to do anything, right? You have nothing that you have to do. What would you do with your time? And what do these actions represent or mean? Would you spend time, Aaron, crafting? Or
I was about to say, you know what I'm gonna say.
I'll tell you what I won't be doing in my 7 days, crafting. Okay.
It's fine. I'll paint an extra one for you.
0 chance. Yeah, one of my friends. So I'm painting like my whole house, right? Because I will redo a house and no big deal, right? Don't make me craft. And so one of my friends came over and I was like, yeah, go get like bring some wine. And so I'm like, yeah. And she was like, yeah, wine and paint with Kate means like we're painting a house and you need to be in junk clothes. Like wine and paint with other women means like you're on a canvas doing like some, scenic thing. No, not here. Not in this house. In this house, we are painting walls or cabinets or something attached to the house, right?
Just because I paint doesn't, I throw my paint sometimes.
I feel like that might be more
It's
in
pretty
my
funny.
vicinity of possibilities, but
Emily did one with me, and she's 6, and we had a blasty blast.
yeah, that's the level I'm on. If a 6-year-old can do it, then there might be a possibility for me.
Well, I mean, she doesn't have
Um,
the technique, but I'm here to
yeah.
teach.
Um, okay, next question. Where are you most reliable, disciplined, and focused?
Say that again.
Reliable, disciplined, and focused. So, like, if my sister calls me to watch the boys, there's zero chance I'm ever going to cancel,
Oh, they're
right?
so
I'm
cute.
I'm reliable on that. Like, I'm disciplined. I will move the whole world, right? I'm going to watch those boys. Clients, right? If clients, I've never no-showed a client, not once in my life, right? Nobody has to remind me, okay? I got it. Erin has never set an appointment and wondered if I would be there. I'm reliable.
True. It's true. I never heard back from her still from last night.
We'll save that for another call. Everybody done with that one?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you inwardly think about most? What are 3 things that dominate your thoughts? When you're in the shower, when you're driving, when you're supposed to be working. What are the 3 things that you think about the most?
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Almost done, just a couple more. You ready?
Ready,
It's
Marie?
your birthday. What 3 things do you ask for? Money is no object. If money is no object, you can have anything, and it's your birthday. What 3 things are you asking for? Vacation, vacation, vacation. A trip here, here, and here. That's me. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Okay. What do you listen to or read like what 3 things, what topics, 3 topics do you listen to or read the most? For example, like podcasts, books, YouTubes, audiobooks. Like what are the 3 things, 3 topics that you read or listen to the most? Is it parenting? Is it crafting? Is it leadership? Is it spiritual stuff? Is it meditation? Is it business books? Is it historical books? Autobiographies? 3 things. One more question. You ready? Okay, pull out your phones and scroll through your pictures. What 3 common themes do you see showing up in your phone on your pictures? Okay, I'll tell you, mine are my nephews, my dogs, and pictures of stuff from my business. Right, those are the themes. mostly my nephews. And like I do have pictures of like doing stuff with friends or traveling, right? That's pretty much all my pictures. When you're done, give me a thumbs up. Halfway there. Okay, for those of you who are done, I want you to now go through the things that you just wrote down. And I want you to circle the top three recurring things. Okay? So for example, how many times did I just say my nephews?
A
Right?
few.
Okay. So circle the top three reoccurring things, right? And you may have like five or six that reoccur a lot, then tally them. Okay. So if it's like business, do all your tallies for every time that you wrote down something about business. Okay. And like if you wrote down something and it like represents, right? So my nephews represent family. Okay. So I'm going to put family and I'm going to put how many ever tally marks for every time that I said something about my family or my nephews or whatever, right? And when you're done, give me a thumbs up. Put them in the chat if you're okay with sharing. Again, there's no judgment here.
Oh, I think there's a mouse in my room. I'll be right back. How is Emily making a mouse squeak under the door at me? Nova
Okay,
got a mouse.
put your three in the chat. Okay, everybody done?
Yes.
Okay, Lori, can I use you for an example?
Yes, honey.
Okay, so connection. What does that mean to you? Does that mean like socially connecting with other people or
Oh yeah, my
kind of like
girlfriends,
friends?
my
Okay,
girlfriends, my boyfriends, my family. I love people and I love connection. And it
awesome.
comes and it comes easy to me, so I'm grateful. So
Okay, so when you're connecting with other people, do you feel energized?
yes.
Unless they're the people that we talked about earlier.
Yeah, yeah,
Not
yes.
those people, but your people, right? I tell everybody, I'm like, I love my people, not all people. Right. I love all people, but I really like my people. Right. So there's certain people, right, that you really love connecting with, and that energizes you. Okay, when I'm with my friends and I'm with my people, my family, like that's in my top values. I feel energized by that. Right? You're with those friends, you can stay up all night talking, or you don't get tired, right? So when you're in alignment, with the things that you've just put on here as your top three things, do you all feel more energy?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So make a note, like it's important that we build things into our lives that keep us in alignment with our top values.
Mm.
Because when we do not live in our top values, we are not going to feel energized, right? We're not going to feel inspired. We're going to feel drained, and because we're not in alignment with what we value most. Okay, so Tam, what'd you put?
Uh, Family, faith, and then business. But with my business, it's like creating and working with kids and, singing,
Right.
acting. So it's very
Okay,
stimulating in that way.
so think about Tam is an amazing example, right? She has built a life that is pretty much these three things, like highly focused, these three things. Now, obviously, we all have to do things that are not always in our values. Okay, cleaning toilets is not in my values, but I do value a clean home for my family. Okay, so the things that I don't value or that aren't in my top values, right? When you tie them to your values, then it gives you a little bit more energy to do those things, right? When my nephews are coming over, okay, because listen, they're 3 and 2. And when I tell you, they are into everything, everything goes in their mouth. They are licking the floor. Like, okay, they're boys. Boys are, they're disgusting from the time they come out the womb. It just is what it is.
Whole
And you
different
love
thing.
them for it, right? But it's true. So anytime they come over, I'm like literally like I deep clean everything because I'm like they're gonna have everything. I mean, and I got 2 dogs. I'm like they're gonna be licking dog hair off the floor, and I can't handle that, right? So I become very inspired to clean, right? I get a lot of energy because I'm like I'll be danged if I look over and this kid has like dog hair and snot all over its face because then I'm gonna be grossed out, right? So you see what I mean? Right? If it's just me, I'm like, it's a little dog hair on the floor. It's fine, right? No, I'm too tired. I'm too tired to do that right now, right?
I
But
got
when
a
those
house
boys
full of
come over,
neurodivergents. I don't get to clean my house. It is always clutter. It is always clutter. So I wish I could have that, but I love my family more than, clutter free.
family's in your top value. So you're like, that's fine, right? So do you see what I mean though?
Yeah.
When you live in your highest values, you will naturally have more energy because you are putting that high protein, high nutrient stuff into your body through your actions, right? By doing those things. Okay. I immediately get energy to do things that I wouldn't normally do when it's tied to my highest values,
Right.
right? If somebody was like, hey, you have to do a bunch of paperwork, I'm gonna be like, I don't have energy for that. I'm way too tired. But if they're like, hey, you have to do a bunch of paperwork for a client because this client needs you to do this, then guess what? I'm like, okay, I got this, right? I'm gonna help my client. Okay? Because that's in my highest value. See the difference? So the things that you don't want to do or that you don't find energy are probably not in your highest values. And if they're not, can you tie them to your values or can you delegate them to somebody else? Okay? Because a lot of times we try to do everything and then we're living on drained batteries because we're trying to do a lot of things that we not anywhere in our values and we can't tie them,
Right.
right? Crafting is not in my values. Won't ever be in my values. And unless my nephews come to me and they're like, hey, we want to make something,
Yeah.
not going to happen.
It's
Okay.
gonna happen now because you put it out there. There are gonna
No,
be
they're
some
boys. But I
crafters.
have my nieces, I have crafted. I don't know. Y'all know what diamond painting is?
Oh, those are so fun.
They are not
Love it.
fun,
Love it.
but I have little
It's so
nieces
it's
and they
like
love diamond painting. And so I
relaxing.
have diamond painted and they talk to me, they tell me about everything in their life as we diamond paint. So I'm like, okay, it's good.
I feel like that's so
But
relaxing.
so here's the other thing. I want you to make a list right now. This is the last thing I'm going to have you do. Okay. Of 5 things that are draining you right now. Like either things that you do on a regular basis or circumstantial things or like, things that are going on in your life, things that you have to do. Okay. I'm in the midst of remodeling my house, and it is utter chaos everywhere right now. If y'all saw it, you'd be like, holy cow. There's just stuff everywhere because I also decided to do the whole house at the same time because, that's how I do things. Anyways, so that's a little draining, right? But guess what? After we get off this call, I'm about to play some music and go to town. Should do before and after pictures.
Do it. Do it. Do it. That's inspiring.
Listen. Okay, 5 things that are draining you, or things that you have to do on a regular basis. Paperwork is part of my job. I am desperately trying to delegate it, but until then, it is part of my job and it drains me. That's the truth. I'm not gonna, I love what I do. I love serving clients. I love being with clients, like all that. I love the paperwork. I don't love it. It drains me. There's going to be parts of the jobs or the kids or the whatever that drain you. That's okay. Everybody done?
Mm.
Okay. Now write 5 things that energize you. If you want some things that maybe you don't, these are just general things that by the laws of the way God created us, they do usually energize us. One is gratitude. Okay. Writing a list of 10 things that you are grateful for will automatically change your mental state and give you energy. So write that down on your list in addition to your 5 things. Another thing is working out or activity or exercise. Okay. Physical movement, getting your body moving changes the state that you're in and will help recharge your battery. Did you know exercising? So like when you tear down your muscles, which that's what like usually, okay? When you tear down your muscles actually release endorphins that are higher than a lot of like drugs that people take.
Hmm.
Okay. So it's almost a natural antidepressant if you will work out, even if it's small, right? Sometimes when I'm having a bad day or I'm in like a funk or a bad place, I will literally like just go do 20 push-ups. I'm like, I just got to get my body moving and I got to change my state. Or even like jumping jacks or just something, right? Like I'll just like jump, I'm like, okay, I'm going to stop and I'm going to do 50 squats, right? And it almost always, and if it doesn't, this is the truth. If that doesn't work and I'm still like, okay, I'm still not in a good place, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do some more, right? Because I'm like, I'm going to just give myself enough endorphins and drugs until I feel better. Okay. Sometimes you have to do that. So here's the thing. Hopefully, y'all did write these down because I want to give you some practical tools in the upcoming days that you have an off day or a down day or a day like crap hits the fan. Okay. Sometimes we have days where, like, we're all women, all right? Hormones are real and they will F you, if I can just say that. Not really bad words, just letters. Uh, they will, okay? That hasn't happened to you, then tell me your secrets because that's a real thing, okay? So there's days that we're off, right? There's days that we're like, man, like I don't feel it today. I feel it's dead battery, okay? And then there's days that circumstances, happen or things happen that give us a reason to be off or have a bad day, right? But I'm a firm believer that you shouldn't have bad days, right? Don't let something steal your whole day, right? I have bad moments, have some bad hours, okay? But I refuse to have the whole day, just be like, the whole day's bad, trash it, right? Because that's a choice. And so on those days that you are off, that you're having a bad day, that like something happens, I want you to go back to this list and say, okay, what's something that I can do that's going to energize me? Is it go to the gym? Is it go for a walk? Is it write in my journal like 10 things I'm grateful for? Is it go spend time with my family? Like, pick something on your list you just created that is going to energize you and recharge your battery. Cool?
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. Any questions? Anything you guys want to add?
No, it's great. Reminders.
Yeah.
Great
You got to live
reminders.
with intention, and sometimes we have to really take inventory of like, okay, like, because when you're in the moment, when you're in the moment of the suck, okay, have y'all been in there? I've been
Mhm.
there. You don't think about these things, don't come into your mind. Right? You don't think about like, man, I really enjoy this. Right? So have that backup list ready. It's like, you keep Tylenol on the cabinet, okay? Because like, okay, there's gonna be some time. I know now Tylenol's bad, but whatever it is that you keep in your cabinet, okay?
It's
Right? I'm gonna have a headache, okay? So I want to have that on tap so that when I have a headache, I know that's there and it's gonna help me. That's what this list is for you.
Very helpful.
Awesome. Well, that is all I have for you guys.
Great.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Eloquent words.